Who's just put the bomb out there. Crazy bomb. Woj dropped the bomb. D Mitch. The Cleveland Cavaliers have acquired Donovan Mitchell in a trade, sources tell ESPN. I'm assuming there's a lot of draft picks that went their way, but the piece that I think a lot of people overlooked this offseason, which I'm assuming I would hope that they got him, they would only make the most sense, is damn, what is my name? Colin Sexton. I'm assuming Colin Sexton was a piece that a lot of people. Ash is in here. I know Ash wants to talk. He's a talkative guy. What is that noise? Is Twitter make noise? What the fuck? Yo, Ash. Ash.
Bro, I'm on my way. I'm on my way to just go do some shit, bro. Bro, I'm so happy, man. Just another day of the Knicks being a god awful franchise, man. I just love it. I love it. This is a wonderful day. A wonderful day, look.
You are the biggest hater I've ever. Jesus Christ. Yo, so the Cavaliers are gonna get Donovan Mitchell. What does this mean for I guess the NBA? First, when it comes to
It
Cleveland,
means it means Darius Garland now has a legitimate elite shot creator next to him to take pressure off this nigga. And I'm not gonna lie, bro. I'm actually very scared of the Cavs moving forward, bro, because this is an insane team they put together. So yeah.
the only thing that kind of concerns me with the Cavs is defense now because I never really liked the small guard lineups.
They, but
That
they match that up with Mobley, Allen, and then like their whole front court thing they're doing. I don't think
are
that's
they
gonna
gonna
be.
run? Are they gonna run a Coro?
Yeah, I mean, you don't like listen, bro.
Yeah,
Darius Garland was like by
yeah.
himself taking that team to like what, like a
Oh no
top
no no no.
19 offense. Yeah,
I agree with that. I agree. I just think that I don't know. Okay, so personally speaking, the positives of adding Donovan Mitchell, because a lot of people will sit here and just call me a negative Nancy. Yes, adding Donovan Mitchell to a team that struggle to have consistent scoring pressure and really just having their entire offense being funneled to one player is a positive to add another quality shot creator on the roster. And Donovan Mitchell also being on a team with a ball handler will significantly increase the type of looks he receives as well. Because outside of really Mike Conley and Ricky Rubio, who both of them are older, they didn't add that much value offensively in terms of putting pressure on the defense. So they couldn't have that much manipulation, meaning that the Utah Jazz, for the better part of the last 4 or 5 years, were still heavily relying on, let me not say five, but as long as D Mitchell's there, they were still heavily relying on Donovan Mitchell to manipulate defenses to create shots for everybody else. As good as a scorer D Mitch is, the level of playmaking he hasn't like reached that level, and a lot of which I just assumed he was going to have to just gain through reps. But it seems as if like now he's on a quality team with a backcourt mate that will aid him in that process. Um, in terms of the Cavs as a whole, it does add more value offensively. I think that especially in the Eastern Conference, there was two slots in the East in the bottom of the East that wasn't 100% guaranteed. I think this gets the Cavaliers obviously closer to being a guaranteed spot. And more importantly, I think it gives the Cavaliers a little bit more of an identity of what their team is going to look like so they can consistently grow and build with this identity. However, I guess the biggest negative aspect about it is I'm just not sold on a small backcourt that doesn't provide defense. Unless we're going to get better defensive effort out of Donovan Mitchell, which to be fair, in Utah he might not have been able to provide that because how much the team was relying on him. But unless we get more defensive effort out of D Mitch, I'm not too sold on this concept that Donovan Mitchell will be like I don't know. Okay, so here's some more information from our guy Chris Haynes. Chris Haynes says Cleveland will send Laurie Marketing, Colin Sexton. I have no idea who this other guy is to the Utah Jazz for Donovan Mitchell. It doesn't say any draft picks. I'm assuming though there has to be some type of a draft pick that comes along with it. In terms of Utah, I'm actually I hope they're getting draft picks, and I'm pretty sure they are. And when we kind of get that understanding of it, I actually think it's a great. I think it's a great trade for the Utah Jazz. I think a lot of people just were low on Colin Sexton, or they just allowed him to go underneath the radar. It took a while for people to even talk about him during the offseason. he clearly has a potential, and not I think that Donovan Mitchell is a better player than Colin Sexton, but Colin Sexton has shown lights of being a player who can go out there, put up big numbers, even though it may be on a bad team, but can definitely sustain some value in the long run. Add on top of the fact that he just got on a contract, like a very a very flexible contract. So I like that as well. And on top of that, excuse me, and on top of that, he's 23 years old. So there's a lot of things with Colin Sexton I'm not I like. He also struggles defensively, but the fact that the Utah Jazz get a little bit younger at their star guard position or their scoring guard positions, I do like that as well. And if they get draft picks, if they don't get draft picks, that'd be kind of questionable. I would have to then ask like what exactly is going on. But this does mean more than likely the Utah Jazz, not more than likely, they are tanking. So it is one of the teams that are out of the contentions in the Western Conference, a team that has been relatively contending for a playoff spot for the better part of the last 2 decades. Will probably be on a path of rebuilding, and they'll probably have to commit to it a little bit harder than they did in previous attempts. Not trying to hit the restart button with a fucking a Gordon Hayward led team because that was just fucking nasty. Ash, are you still there? If not, then I'm gonna bring some. I might bring other people because I think this is a fairly cut and dry type of a trade. I don't really see. I think both teams may benefit, but I don't really see a drastic change in the East or Western Conference. I will say this though, in terms of the Cavaliers, I just think that they have to have some type of wing presence. I mean, they're going to have a wing presence and of a point of attack. Unless we're expecting more out of D Mitch, I just don't know how that's going to work at all. And hoping that you know, what's my man name? Evan Mobley and Jared Allen are going to just stand, just stay here and stand the defense, anchor it, have them be the only legitimate presence defensively. Isn't that fucking far removed from where we were at with Utah, where it's a bunch of players that are just overly dependent on one or two players defensively. That's their whole identity on the defensive end. I'll also further say this. Um, I don't know. Maybe I'm just not the biggest fan of D Mitch. And it may just be me. Maybe I'm just not the biggest fan of D Mitch. I've I've fallen in and out of love
Bro,
with
bro,
Donovan
bro,
Mitchell.
low, 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 low.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
I'm still at school, right? Because of some stuff, right? But this is crazy.
There's no
This
way.
is crazy, bro. This is crazy. Listen, we're not doing anything. We're not doing anything, so it's cool. But this is like actually insane. Like so many reports, bro, for like 2 years, and none of them were like, yeah, Cleveland's an option. Yeah, Cleveland, Cleveland. That was never, ever, 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 ever mentioned. And I mean, this is like basically the same package as like Rudy, except they got like, I guess they got like younger players in return as opposed to like the Jazz getting like older trade pieces.
Did they get picks though? Because I'm waiting for the pick. There has to be some
They got
picks
they got three and two swaps.
for this right here, bro. What in the fuck is that? Is that new to Twitter? Yo, what are the picks? Because there has to be some picks with this. Yo, NMZ.
Three first rounders and
Check
two
Shams
first
report.
round swaps. That was the picks.
No, I ain't gonna lie. And they overpaid for that nigga Donovan Mitchell.
No, no, they did. They definitely overpaid. Facts, facts.
They overpay. Okay, I see. Nah, they overpay. They overpay. They overpay. They overpay for that. Cause D Mitch ain't not that good.
Nah, nah, but you got to do it, bro. If you're in position, it's the same thing with the what's it called thing with the Rudy trade. Also, number one, perfect tank by the
I
way.
think I think they kind of realized that two small guards is always going to be in their future, right? With the Garland Sexton thing, so they said, if we're going to go this route, we might as well just get a better player. And Donovan Mitchell was available, so they made a play on it.
bro.
But
Giving first
it's
rounder.
just weird though because they spent a first rounder on Karis LeVert, and they're probably not gonna utilize him as much this year. Like he's obviously not gonna start for them. So they spent a first rounder on Karis LeVert, um, and they're like he's not gonna play starter level minutes. So they really, I don't want to say they wasted the first round pick, but they did give up a first round pick, and then they proceed to give up like three pure picks and like draft capital, and also like two
Basically
swaps.
four, because they gave up their lottery pick of this year too.
Yeah, yeah, they gave up O'Shea, so they gave up. That's basically that's basically four picks, two pick swaps, and one pick on a player who's a bench rotational piece for you now. They've given up a lot of draft capital. I don't know,
So
man.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm not actually in love with. I'm not. I don't like this. I mean, let me tell you, I like the Cavs, but I don't like what they've given up to put themselves in this position because they didn't really give up. They gave up too much to not have an adequate return. They have like identifiable flaws, and I'm just not the biggest. I'm just not the biggest Donovan Mitchell fan right now. I just
Yeah.
he's
Okay,
Honestly, the
so
thought process is crazy.
they just reported Sexton's contract, and it's 72 million for 4 years, which is,
that's a
well, this
very.
it's a pretty cheap deal. Like
I'm about to say that's a
that's
very
18
manageable
million.
contract,
That's 18 million for a guy who can legit be like a 25 point per game guy.
bro. What are they doing? No, I ain't gonna lie, that's terrible. Because yeah, Colin Sexton doesn't have like it's not like he's a bad contract that you're trying to get off of.
If
He's getting
Sexton's
paid.
eight, if Sexton's a $18 million guy, I don't know. Like, would I really, if I'm the Cavs, would I really rather have like D?
Say it, say it, say
Would I
it.
really rather have D Mitch and like way less draft capital, or just roll and like get the third seed, or just have like my current core get the 5, 6 seed, 7 seed, and have more draft capital? I don't know. I think the team
And I'm
would
gonna
be.
tell you right now what I would have done. I would have just stuck with Colin Sexton. Even if I didn't have Sexton on the team, I would just move him later on and trade him for what I actually need. I understand what NMZ is saying that with Sexton and Garland they were
You
going to
had
go
to go get
small
them.
anyway.
Yeah,
But they have so many other things that they could have concerned themselves with trading to a team that
yeah.
has an extra wing or two where you can give me. I'd much rather have that. And I get Donovan Mitchell might have been the best player available, but he doesn't fit the needs of what they actually needed on that team now.
I'm just
Yeah.
trying to look at it from their thought process. I'm not saying I love the move or anything, but like assuming we don't believe that last season was like a fluke for
D
Cleveland,
Mitch really went from
right?
Utah
And
to Cleveland, bro.
we think they're gonna be like a
Hey,
consistent
check.
40 to 45 win team. They were probably like, look, we're never gonna be top lottery again. We're not, marquee free agent destination. This might be one of our few ways to acquire, top end talent. So they just went for it. That's kind of what I'm
If
thinking.
there's a, if internally, because obviously we're not internal, if internally there's a belief that Mobley will take a leap at some point, like they kind of have to
He
view
will.
themselves
He
as like
will. He
Oh,
will.
there
He
has
will.
to be. They
He
think
will.
this young core is either ready now or in the very
it's
near
going
future
to
to
be
make a move
very
like
soon.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He will take the next step. He will be one of the top five players in the NBA very soon.
Okay,
But
please stop, bruh. Please
I
stop.
mean, he definitely is Kevin
He's
Garnett.
not gonna pay you for this for
He's
this
definitely
for this
KG.
experiment, bruh.
But I understand what y'all saying, but I just think that I mean, and maybe I'm not gonna say I'm ultra high on Garland either, but I'm high enough on Garland to believe that Garland is he's sufficient enough to be on that team, and even if they're just like a fringe playoff unit, like Eli said, I would much rather be a fringe playoff unit, keep my draft capital flexibility,
I didn't
and
say
also
that's
have
what I would do. I just gave
no,
that
no,
option
I'm
as a.
outlining the option. What you're saying, I'd rather do that, and then also keep some form of financial flexibility as well, because I'm dealing with an $18 million contract from Sexton versus what um D Mitch is probably what 30. What's D Mitch making? Let me see, because that's kind of like well, I don't know about that shit.
This is like, how much do they have invested in their big three now? Like three? Is it 300 million?
D
Yeah,
Mitch is making 30 next season.
yeah, he making 30 next year. Yeah, he making 30, 32, 34. than 37 on a player option that he's clearly going to take.
That's probably another reason Cleveland felt like they could make this deal because he's locked up for a little bit of time, so they have some security in the contract.
Who are you talking about? Also, didn't Garland like take a Garland took a downsize, right? He took a team friendly contract. That probably made this possible.
But I mean, I understand what you're saying, but they still committed financially to a player.
No, for sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
like I don't know, and yeah, I don't.
He is pretty young though. Like,
Yeah, Garland's extension doesn't kick in until
I'm
24.
talking about D
Anyways.
Mitch. D Mitch is still what 26.
Yeah, something
Yeah,
like
this is getting worse actually. The more you explain it, the more I'm like, yeah, this isn't it.
I mean, he'll only be like 30 by the time the contract ends. That's not anything crazy for a guard. I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
I
these
don't know.
next 3 or 4 years should be his like apex
It
years.
is pretty random and it's like exciting, but I don't know how much this changes. Like, I think they're better than the Hawks easily. They might be like better than us. I don't think they're better than us, but
Are
that
they
might
the
be a
clear
lot.
sixth best team in the East now?
Yeah,
At least.
I think
So
they're better.
let's run it. Let's run it.
I think they're
So
gonna be better than the Nets. If
Milwaukee. Oh wow, better than that.
Wow.
Hold on, Eli. Before you get on your hot take, nigga. All right, so Milwaukee,
in a
Philly,
regular season at least.
Milwaukee, Philly,
Boston.
Boston. Who else? Miami. I say Miami.
That's four, and then Brooklyn would have been the fifth.
Yeah,
So Eli, you think this team is better than Brooklyn?
in the regular season because I don't think that like Garland is shown he's pretty what's it called? What's the word? Durable. D Mitch doesn't miss a crap ton of games. The rest of the play, obviously, Jared Allen has gotten injured a little bit, but the rest of the players are pretty young. It's a pretty young general core. They do have to very quickly find like some rotational wings.
I
That's
was
something
about
that
to say, man. I don't know if y'all.
you know what.
Just
Never
go
mind.
look at the roster.
I don't think that this team is better than. I don't think this team is
Yeah,
better than.
this roster is like
Because
it's just
O'Shea,
too.
O'Shea was supposed to be like their little backup wing that they obviously they recently drafted him and he was their first round pick. Um, he was a lot so like he was supposed to be their little wing replacement, and in the future he was supposed to provide like little pass shoot wing stuff. But like if he's not doing that, and there's clearly no other wing on this roster who can dribble pass or like all three of the things they can't dribble pass shoot. There's not really any real connection, and like it's not like D Mitch is fine off ball, but it's not like he's really like a connector type, and Darius can move off ball, but like he's not a good scorer off ball. Like he doesn't hit those shots at a high rate. So it's like where is the connectivity outside of like the bigs and the
R.I.P. to
guards?
the 3 7-footer lineup, by the way.
That's what I'm saying though, because like outside of the two bigs, right? There's two bigs, right? Two guards. Who is connecting them, and who is connecting the lineups where like Darius isn't
I'm
out
back,
there, or
bitches.
Demetrius is out there? Crazy, bro. It's
Hi.
crazy, bro.
Yo, wait, what contract is Ingram on?
Hi. Low hi.
Nigga, shut up for a second. Hold on, chill.
This is weird. This is weird.
It's a very weird.
I actually, the
Wait,
more
wait,
I'm thinking
wait,
about this,
wait. Shut up real quick. Did more
I'm
news
not
come out
high
on
on
the
this
trade?
team.
Did
Yeah,
more news?
we got the draft picks that are in
How
there.
many
There's only
picks were
three
traded?
first, five picks, three of which are first, two of which are
Did,
pick swaps.
did
Yeah,
you
and
niggas?
it was expanded to a 3 team with the Bulls.
Wait, wait.
Oh
Mm.
What
shit,
did we
they got rid
trade?
of Demar.
No, I'm trolling.
Oh
They
I
my
was
just
gonna
god. No,
troll.
boosted
I,
him.
I was gonna troll Ash, but you
I
guys
was
didn't
about
catch
to.
on.
I was
You guys
about to
got too
throw a
hyped.
party. Oh my god.
Nah.
NFC, don't do that to me, nigga. Don't do that to me.
Wait. So low. If they turn Levert, right, who is somebody they spend the first round on.
Wait. Karis LeVert still on the team?
He's still on the team.
Yeah.
If they turn him into like a dribble pass shoot wing, then maybe
Who
they're
is
like
that though, Eli? Who is that?
Who starts at the 3 for this team?
I don't. That's the
It
thing.
sounds
Isaac
like
Like,
Karis
Okoro.
LeVert
Is
or
it's
it
a
Okoro.
core.
Okoro?
It's a Okoro, but
Okoro or Levert?
he can't dribble pass
Bro,
nor.
I ain't gonna lie, this trade is bad.
Wait. Have y'all talked about how Utah is like they're this is a really good rebuild?
Oh
Like
no, no, I'm for Utah. I
no
understand
no
it.
no no
Like,
no. I was saying, have we talked about it yet? Because what do they have? They got like
oh no, no, yeah,
11 picks now.
we touched on like the
Yeah.
picks. We touched on the picks at least they got here. I mean, but if we look at the haul of picks that they've gotten off of D Mitch and Rudy
Okay.
Gobert
And
and the
they're gonna get
players,
some more. They're gonna get some more when they trade Boyan and all them other
yeah.
niggas.
And I'm about to say
Yeah.
in the players that they got. In all honesty, a lot of Laker fans are not talking about, bro. Those veterans that they got in Utah, and especially since we all know he wants fucking picks. Danny Ainge wants picks. Like
Oh,
I don't.
unprotected. Wait. Low, it's unprotected 25, 27, and 29
Yeah,
for the
that is
first round
crazy,
pick.
bro. What the fuck.
And then the first round swaps obviously 2026,
All
2028.
all the picks they got from the Utah deal were unprotected too, right? Like just the straight
Yeah,
first.
everything is
Yeah,
unprotected.
So
Yeah.
they've
every
gotten like what 8 unprotected first, and then 2 first rounders from this year. Because
Yeah.
this.
they took the Wolves first round pick this year, Walker Kessler, and then they took the Cavs first round lottery pick just
Walker
right now.
sucks though.
Hey,
He's
look,
just
but listen, low, listen, bro. Listen. I think this is fine, right? I heard you talking a little bit because I was getting paid. You know what I'm saying? I think you in here. I think you in here doing the most. I think Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland. I think with those guys together, I think they're easily like, well, not easily, but I think they're like very clearly like a top 5 team in the East now.
and that's
Um,
fine. And that's fine, Ash.
and
That's
that's
fine.
fine because
Oh,
But
Garland is
even
still like what?
we
wait,
did
just
it. Wait,
answer.
we did this
Garland is
already.
young. All these niggas are young. Like it's not as if they're old.
Wait, Ash. Are they better than the Nets?
Are they better than the Nets? I think their offensive. I think their bench is still a
Just
little too
answer the
lacking for
question.
me.
You
Just
would
No,
answer.
no
I'm trying to answer the
Just
question.
answer the question.
I'm trying to answer the
but you would
question.
Yes or
They're not.
no,
They're
no
not
so
wait
we
wait
can
winning.
Ash
They're not
I want
winning.
to be
so we can
serious about
keep
what you said.
going.
You saying that they're easily fifth means that you believe they're easily better than the Nets because we already named
Oh,
four:
well, who are the four?
Boston, Brooklyn, Boston, Milwaukee, Philly, Miami.
You know what? For the sake of a certain person in this space, I won't say who they're better than. But yeah, sure, they're better than the Nets.
If you think they're better
I
than
know. I didn't say anything. I didn't say
if
anything.
you think they're better than Miami, just stand on that
I
because
didn't say
you're
anything. I
Say
didn't
probably
say
it,
not
say
anything.
gonna
it,
be
say it.
right. You're not
I didn't
gonna
say
be right.
anything. Nah. But seriously, I think in the regular season, the Cavs are probably like the fourth best team in the East.
But
But playoff wise, I
what
probably
about in
take
the
them five.
playoffs?
Yeah, I think the Heat are a better playoff team than the
If you're
Cavs.
saying, yo, if you saying five, you're
Okay.
saying they're better than the Nets. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
In
y'all
a
I
niggas
was gonna
playoff
go
got,
into
setting,
Nah,
that.
that's wild.
y'all
That's
niggas got
wild.
KD fucked up. No, y'all
I
niggas
was
got
gonna
KD
go into
fucked up.
that. I was gonna go into that. You niggas didn't let me finish.
wait, Ash, Ash.
So Mobley locking up KD?
Mobley locking up KD. Nigga, I didn't say head to head. That's not how we determine who's better. Come on, Lo, you know this.
Come on, man. Come on. Let me get my shit out. All right, go ahead, go Eli. Go ahead, go.
You said what?
But nah, you right actually. They're not better than the Nets.
This team has. That's the thing,
You're
though.
right.
Like
Let me
they
let me not hate KD
The
too
question
they
much.
should
have
be: are they the
they
clear
have
sixth best team in the East now?
they have to turn.
They
Are
are
they
because the
are they
Have
Bulls
they
are
clear
have
of
injured.
they have
Toronto?
they like cleared the Atlanta, Toronto,
Nope.
Chicago tier?
Please respect Chicago. Do never put us in that tier.
Okay, if
Because that's
Chicago
like,
is
Nah,
in
you
that
guys are
tier,
firmly in that tier. Relax.
yeah, and you firmly get no bitches, nigga. So how about you stop
Oh
disrespecting
my
my boy?
god.
bro, grow up, bro. You a grown man.
And you
Be
get no pussy, nigga. Shut the fuck up, Eli.
Oh my god.
Why are you
Yo,
so mean?
Oh
I
wait,
just
never mind. I forgot. I'm changing my persona. My fault. I'm sorry that outburst came out.
I'm just all I'm saying is if your stance was I'm gonna firmly be the sixth seed, bro, you giving up that much draft capital and financial
I don't think that's
flexibility
what
is
they think
crazy.
though. I'm just saying, do we think that? I
Nigga,
think the
they
Cavs.
are though.
I
Everybody
think the
like,
Cavs think they're gonna be a tier one team either
Who
as soon as
cares?
this
well
season or
they're
in the future.
But low,
dumb
why is this a
because
bad? Wait, but low, why is this
wait
a bad long term deal?
they're dumb because Evan Mobley isn't gonna start peaking until like 3 or 4 years. So why?
And D Mitch is 26. Like you acting like that nigga's young. I mean old. Sorry. You acting like he's
Yeah,
old.
but what I'm saying when Mobley starts peaking, Mitchell's gonna be off his contract. So are they gonna
And
bring
they're
him
gonna
back?
re-sign him because they're gonna be a good team by then. Yes.
It's gonna be a mid
So
backcourt.
then,
No, it's
Mobley
not. It's
deserves
not a mid.
better.
They're easily the league's best backcourt now. Can we stop trolling?
wait.
They're
So
easily.
Yeah, who's better?
Ash. Think about this. Think about this. They might be the best backcourt in the league, right? And they have a very good front court, but they have three real NBA players. They're spending 400 million on those three real NBA or I guess Karis
Please
LeVert's a
respect
real
Evan Mobley
I was
and
Karis
about to
Karis
say,
LeVert.
nigga, who are the three, nigga? Because you're just talking at
Darius
bare minimum
They have
Darius
more
four.
than 3 NBA players.
Darius D Mitch,
Uh huh.
Jared Allen,
Uh huh.
Evan
Kevin Love.
Mobley,
Kevin Love.
dude,
Nigga, I
Nigga,
ain't gonna
what?
lie. Get said
You
Kevin
don't
Love
think?
is getting worse.
Nigga, he's
for 40 games.
wait. For what?
Dude, you're getting at this stage of Kevin Love's career, you're getting 40 good games out of him, bro.
But you're trying to make it seem
you're
like
getting
he's a
40
bad
good games
player.
out of him, and
But you're trying to make it seem as
he's
if
either
he's a
gonna get
bad player.
injured or
But
disinterested. I'm
you're
not saying he's
trying
a.
to make it seem as if he's a bad player.
I said a high caliber
Oh,
basketball player.
high
No,
caliber
that's not.
bad.
You just
Okay.
said NBA player.
Yeah,
Let's
you
let's.
said
Oh,
NBA players earlier.
oh
That's
my
All right,
bad.
NBA
Lila.
players.
What I wait
I,
wait wait
I,
wait. What I meant to say was playoff rotational players. They have four of those. I don't think like they're looking to trade Levert, so I don't even know if you should really count him as a part of their core. Outside of their four, who are guys that are actual like that are
Like
actual.
play. No. I hear you on the play, but that's why I said. I think they're a better regular season team than they are a playoff team. I literally said
And
that.
even
with
and
you, with
even
you.
and
But
even then,
if we keep it in a
even then,
Beano,
Ash, wait, Ash, to be a very good playoff team on a random night, you need to have a rotational wing who can just magically have a really good shooting
And
night and
once
just win
again,
you that
I'm
game.
not
They don't have
disagreeing
that.
with what you're saying. What I am saying is, I don't think this is a bad move for the long term, given the age of everybody and how good Garland and Mobley already are. Like, I think it's unrealistic to act like they can't just add
You're
pieces
not
in the coming
answering my
years.
question though, bro.
What question, nigga?
They need a connector. They need a
Okay, what,
rotational
nigga?
wing.
I have agreed with you. What is this nigga talking about?
well,
And
So
let me ask this: Do y'all think that they could have gotten the player that Eli's talking about by just trading Sexton in these picks? Because I personally
no,
feel like
he wouldn't have. His value was too low to do something like that.
you think Sexton and 3 first rounders would not have gotten you.
Like
A,
who? Like who would you?
well, I'll go through
Who
the
you
teams,
thinking of?
but I'll go through the teams. But you don't think that would have gotten him that though?
Uh, maybe not. I think you honestly are going to be
I'd rather
underselling Sexton.
on this team specifically, playing off of creation, I'd rather have like a dribble pass shoot wing than than
And how many of those are in the association, Eli? You saying that shit like it's some easy thing that anybody can get.
well,
Niggas.
they
All right,
just
hold on, wait.
they
Niggas
just
in the
gave
chat.
away they
Niggas
just
in
gave
this
away
chat
72
talking. Hold
million
on,
and
niggas
three
in this
picks.
chat
So
talking.
Ash, if they exist, they can go get them. They
Then
definitely
who?
can go
Then
get them.
name
Niggas
the
in this chat.
player. You keep
Hold
What are
on.
y'all
saying
Give me
saying?
some players.
go get name the
What
player.
are y'all
What are y'all
saying, nigga? I saw
saying?
y'all in the chat just
What are
chatting.
y'all
Nigga, it
Name the
says,
saying?
player.
nigga, it's y'all are just
Niggas
chatting,
are
bro.
saying
Y'all
this is a horrible bad trade. Wait,
No, nobody said that.
I'm
Nobody
no, I'm
said
saying,
that.
Nobody
I'm
said.
saying.
no, it's not a bad trade.
Well,
It
no,
is
but
not a bad trade.
Lowe's a dumbass. No, but don't listen to
It is
what
not
the
a
fuck
bad
Legend
trade.
of Winning has to say.
Okay, I refuse to be disrespected in my own room, nigga. I just refuse to do it. First of all, Trey, why do you have a Trunks profile pic? I don't know who you are when you have that on, so get out of here. And nigga, this is a mid trade. It's a mid trade. It's a
How
Would
is
you
Can
that
I
rather?
a
talk?
mid
Bro, can I
Wait,
trade?
talk?
wait,
Can
wait,
I talk?
wait, 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 wait. Ash, you asked me a question. I'm gonna
Yeah,
answer
what
that
was the
question.
question? What was the question
Now,
I asked you?
I'm not sure that any of these teams accept 3 picks, 2 pick swaps, and a bunch of other players, right? But would
Trunks
you
is him,
rather
bro.
have right? Would you rather have like? Would you rather have Donovan next to Garland or like Brandon Ingram and like
Bro,
Jalen
who
Brown?
Brandon
cares,
Ingram, those
bro?
niggas weren't available. They weren't, and
Yo,
Ingram
Ash,
wasn't gonna get
Just
traded.
answer the
who
question.
cares about that, bro? We're talking about Brendan. He was not a part of this trade. Let's talk about the team they have, bro.
Brandon Ingram wasn't gonna be traded,
We're
nigga. Like you
talking.
sound so
Wait,
fucking
why?
Bro, this
dumb,
Why?
team,
nigga.
bro, the Cavs did not gut themselves at all with this deal, bro. What are we
I'm
talking
saying I
about?
don't
Thank
know what
you.
these niggas are
I
being
don't,
so
They
fake
Bro,
quite
about,
like
literally
bro.
did.
they gut themselves.
They
they gut
quite
themselves,
literally
but
did.
they
They're
traded Laurie
spending
Markkinen. Oh my
they're
God,
spending 400
no,
million
They
on their
traded
picks.
Laurie Markkinen.
They
That's
still
not
Yeah.
what
had
any.
these niggas on the
That's not
books.
what anyone is saying,
no. Why
Classy.
would you
And
trade Laurie
you're
Markkinen?
too. You keep saying this and nobody's saying that. What people are saying is that it has nothing to do with what they gave up. It's the fact that the roster just isn't that good.
What?
That's fine for
That's
the
that's a
short term,
that's
nigga.
a
They're gonna
fair
improve
assessment
as the
So
of
what
years
is
like
the
go
right
long
after
on.
the
term?
trade, bro.
How would it? But how are they
How are you gonna know
improving?
they're not gonna
Ash,
make
how
it
are
in
they
no
How
free
are they
improving?
time,
gonna
bro?
improve? They have plenty of ways to
They
improve.
don't have money and they don't have picks.
How?
Where are they gonna find
They
this
do have
money?
money. They
They
do have.
not
They
only
actually
do
do
they
have money.
have
Yeah,
money,
their
but they
cap
use
They
those
have.
situation is
players to
not that
trade
bad
for.
because Love's
They have.
expiring at the
Bro,
end of this year.
no. Dead ass. They have this team. I actually Cleveland Cavaliers
I
just
did
take
the
good
bro,
Like
players.
bro, bro.
acting
Listen,
like
listen, listen.
acting like
Wait,
Garland,
wait.
Mitch,
I just
Mobley,
did the
Allen,
wait.
Okoro's
Shut
not
up.
like a top
Two
3 team in
seconds.
the East. Is crazy.
Classy,
All right,
shut
three
up.
is all right. Now you're gassing.
I'm
Wait,
cooking. Let me cook.
Classy. Listen, I just did the math, right? Next year they're gonna have like 20 million in cap, right? 20 freed up when you like with 20 million, are you gonna go out and are you gonna get a high class
20
connector?
million plus the non-taxpayer exception, which is going to be another 5 million.
Okay, so Ash. So answer my
Plus
question.
the mid-level, they're going to have
Cool.
money to get role players.
I included that in my little
Okay.
hypothetical, right?
Okay.
So are they going to go out and get a high class connective wing to finish this
A
roster?
high class
Because
connective.
otherwise
Like
there's
like
no path
why
for
are we
you to
talking
Why
like
do
win.
they need
Seti
to get?
can't
Why do they
why
need
can't
to get
Seti
a
be a
high
high
class?
level
Why can't
connector
they
to
just go get
Bro, I
stud
don't
players?
understand.
You're
I don't know
not.
what these niggas are
Can you
talking
just
about.
answer my
And look at the
question?
jumbotron.
Nigga,
Assuming this
why
report,
bro,
can't why
I
can't
don't.
why
I
can't
don't even know.
Okoro and Seti fit that role
assuming this
Okay.
report
if they
has
improve?
substance to it,
Wait.
might
So
go for Wiggins next
Ash,
summer.
when you, I don't think that you can name a single team to ever win a championship that doesn't have a
I
connective
didn't
wing.
say this.
Why are
And
you
number,
giving them a
Okay,
championship
low,
ceiling
low.
now?
Can,
This
low,
is
can you please
literally
mute this nigga? Low, can you please mute this nigga so I can finish my point?
okay, there's never
He
been,
didn't let me. This
there
nigga didn't
aren't,
even let me finish
there
my
weren't
point.
any, there weren't even any top four teams that didn't have a connective wing and
NMZ. We
don't
can see
currently
about
have one.
Like why is Seti not a connector now? Like cause Seti can't make connector
Dude,
passes.
come on,
Let's
bro.
be let's be realistic.
Ash, what are
I
you
saw
saying? Ash, what are you
Seti
saying?
make
Ash, what are you
amazing
saying?
passes off
You said
the
what?
move, bro.
What were you about?
Like
Cause someone's
he
about to try to make a point. All right, in
This is
terms of
my whole point. This is my
all right,
whole
go
point.
go.
My whole point is this, right? I think it is very premature to say that this team, that this trade was a bad deal
I
in the
didn't say
short
that,
term.
by the way.
Am I talking to you? Who's the nigga who said this was a bad deal? Was it you or was it
Just
low?
I was just
So shut the fuck
clarifying that
up,
I
then,
didn't
nigga.
say that. You trying to
I
hold
said that.
somebody.
Fuck. I
I
think
said
it's
that.
very premature to say that this deal was a bad deal given the age of everybody on this roster, the money they're going to have coming up next offseason, and just flat out showing teams like marketability and like having stars is a real thing. Niggas are want to come out and want to play with Garland and Donovan Mitchell. That's just a fact. Niggas are gonna want to take pay cuts. It just is what it is. That's just how the league works. So to act like they can't, maybe they're not gonna get the high level connector, 3 and D pass, dribble,
Hmm.
shoot guy, whatever that you think that they need to win a championship. But they're definitely gonna get pieces to continue to be a competing high level team for the next
And that's
couple
cool. And
years.
that's cool. Listen though, Ash. When you say this about, and this is basically they basically gave up more than Minnesota did for Rudy, right? When you say they're gonna be able to do this, they're gonna be able to track this, that's when that's we said that about Minnesota, right? And we most of us, a lot of people were still on the fence about that. And Minnesota already had young pieces to connect their two stars already locked up. Jaden McDaniels is already locked up. They went out and got Kyle Anderson. These are connective pieces to match their front court and their back court, right?
And free
The
agency has
and that's
ended.
cool, and that's cool. Listen, Ash. I'm not saying that it's a bad trade. All I'm saying is,
I'm just saying Seti's a good
I'll start,
connector who can shoot, bro. Like
I'll
let's be
start
real.
taking this team seriously when they can get a wing on the roster
And
that can do
bro,
something.
and
this is
I'm
Why
not
can't
disagreeing with that sentiment.
why
No,
can't
shut
Seti
this
the.
is
be that
When have I
role?
circumstantial.
disagreed
He
with
just
that
can't play
sentiment?
defense as good.
When have I disagreed with that sentiment? You're just talking right now, nigga.
I didn't say that you were wrong, and I didn't
So
say
what are
and
you
I didn't
saying that
disagree with
for?
you.
What is
I
the
just
purpose of
gave
you going on that
because
little
that's
Yeah,
all
rant?
I think everybody agrees
because
with you on that.
because that's
Like
all I
everyone's agreeing with you, but you keep trying to
because
make
you
this
tried to
point as if you above these
because
niggas.
you're bro, calm down, listen, because right, you're trying to frame it as if I said it. Obviously DJ came in here and was like, you guys are saying that it was a bad trade or
No,
whatever.
that's
I
what I
never
heard.
said
I
that.
don't listen.
I'm
It's
just
just
saying,
me saying that.
Once
I'm
again, Eli, if you would listen, I'm
you
talking
don't
to
have to scream,
low.
you
I'm
don't have to
talking
scream, you
about
don't have to
low.
scream, you
You
don't have to
continue,
scream,
no,
you
nigga,
don't
because you're
have to
not
scream.
listening.
I'm
I've
Bro,
in.
never once accused
he's in
you of
class.
saying
He's
that
in
you
Dude,
class.
decided to
stop,
bet. I'm talking
bro.
to low, nigga.
Dude, it's not that serious.
He's
I
in
don't
Promise,
believe
it's
you
class.
because
not that
Nah,
serious,
you
bro.
nah.
keep
Hey,
saying
if
I'm
this nigga
talking
Eli
about you,
wasn't in
nigga.
school right
You
now, he'd be
clearly can't
cussing you
fucking
I'm
out.
not
listen with
gonna
those
scream
long
over
ass
you, bro.
ears.
I'm not gonna scream
He'll
over
be
you.
cussing the he bro. He be calling Ash all type of slurs and all
I'm
type of
actually dead.
fucking
He's a
bad
hard
I'm
nigga.
words
in.
in
I'm
But
in
not
in
low.
Lions
This is
class.
class.
not a
Bro.
bad trade. This is not a bad trade.
It's a bad trade. I'm sorry to tell you.
Can I speak, please?
Low, you
All right,
still
go
a
ahead.
We're
Player
Like
talking.
game?
classy. Like all I'm
Connect.
saying, right, is that
Okay, okay.
I
when
know
niggas,
what you're saying, Eli.
Obviously.
Everyone's agreeing with you. I'm
listen, listen,
referring
I'm
to
not,
Lowe's.
I'm not agreeing with
I'm
him.
not
I
even
think they're hella
addressing
good
what you're
connected.
saying, Ash. I'm
I'm
finna
not
say
agreeing with
like
him. I think they have a good connection and a
Classy
person
just
that can
said,
shoot at
right?
the three.
Classy just said they're like a top three seed. They're not a top three seed,
Yeah,
bro.
no,
They're
he's
silly.
tweaking.
You
He's
said
wrong.
I'm
top.
not tweaking.
Whoa, class. You said top three. I'm gonna be clear
They're
with this.
I wasn't thinking it when I said that. I'm not gonna lie, but I was
At least
guessing.
he's 100. He's
Okay, I
honest.
was
He's
I was
about
honest.
to
guessing it.
say,
But
y'all niggas
I
is
think they
jumping
could
out
be
the
that.
window.
I mean, like it all depends on the
Are,
improvements that their like third, fourth
And
year
that's
players
silly,
make.
bro.
Are
That's
we
silly.
are
I'm
we
Come on,
sorry.
bro. Got a
are we
top
entering
three.
the part of the summer where the Cavs get overrated because of this trade? Because I
now, I
feel
just
like
want to know why it's a bad trade from Lowe.
Bro, the
Like,
it's
trade
not a
just
bad
happened,
trade. I mean,
bro.
okay,
It,
I don't
no,
agree
it
with
he,
I'm
you
about
saying
he's
to
it's
the
a
only
bad
one
trade.
who said it's a
I think
bad
it's
MZ,
trade.
if
I'm
they
gonna, I'm
could
gonna,
get
I'm gonna let
I
these
think
Wiggins,
it's
niggas
a
bro.
talk. I'm
fairly
gonna tell
even
you when
trade.
these niggas get done talking. I'm gonna let you know.
I think it's a fairly even trade, bro. I think this trade like it makes sense for both sides. You know, Danny Ainge gets the picks that he wanted for Donovan Mitchell. He gets to be able to rebuild. He gets vets. Like it's a good trade for Utah. You know, Donovan Mitchell's an upgrade over Sexton. You know, you already have Mobley and Allen. I mean, I know Eli's talking about like the connected wing, and nobody disagrees with that. But those
I
are improvements
disagree
that
with
can.
that.
That okay, cool. But those are improvements that can be made over the next couple years. It's not like a move that makes them
Which is
just a
all I'm
temporary
trying
thing.
to say.
It just guarantees.
Why
It's
do
very
you need
similar to
somebody like at a
To
very high level to
Minnesota's
do that,
idea,
bro?
where it guarantees them like a playoff spot for the next couple years with the currently constructed team, and then like they can improve on it afterwards. Like it's
Bro,
just a very even trade, bro. Like, but
these
saying they're like
niggas
the
had Evan Mobley was already
top three seed
guaranteed.
is crazy. Like top three seed is crazy, bro. They'll be like top five, top six. They won't be like 7, 8 or nothing like that, but they'll be like middle of the pack to slightly above middle of the pack. They're not gonna be nothing crazy.
Bro, they were going to be top whatever it is because they got Evan Mobley on the team. So let's say B. I understand what y'all saying. Like, so again, I know he doesn't have a contract extension, but Jeremy Grant is going to be available next coming off season. Like, there's other, and he was available this off season when he got traded. So it's players that have been moved around that are wings. I don't understand why. Like, I understand the concept of getting an identifiable star that helps your offense, that will potentially make it easier for you to fill out the rest of your roster because players want to play with them, and it also cements you in the playoffs in the Eastern Conference. I get all that, but the point I'm making is you committing to Donovan Mitchell. Who I'm gonna just keep it a being. I just don't think Donovan Mitchell is a 37 million dollar player. I just don't think he's
Then you're
that.
wrong, nigga. Then that's what it is. You're
Yeah,
wong if you don't think he's worth
that's
30
about it.
million.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
You're
he's
just
you're
not
being
him.
a
He's not him.
dumbass.
Yeah,
You are being a
RJ
dumbass.
Why
Barrett,
are you
RJ
so
Barrett got
he's
that.
not him.
wow? Like, what is the
Nah, I don't.
purpose,
Yeah,
bro?
I don't know.
Shut your
I
ass
think.
up,
I
Eli.
think. I
You
Fuck.
can't
think
be
if you look
quiet.
if
oh
you
my
look at D
Just
god.
be
Mitch,
opening your
Bro,
mouth
it's not
yapping,
that
nigga.
serious. I
D Mitch
promise
in the
it's not that
playoffs, I
serious.
believe, has been a consistent playoff riser, except for this year. This year he was not
To
good.
mid off.
Yeah, I
He
was about to
wasn't.
say yeah.
No, this year he wasn't. This year he was not good.
Nah,
What
Obviously,
about
listen,
the year
listen.
before
He's a
that?
good play. He's
What
a
about
year
good
last
play.
year?
before that he
Listen.
wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad.
Nah,
Was
wait. But
or
low,
was he
low.
a playoff
Wait.
riser?
I'm just confused. Right? Like, why do you not think like one of the league's top 15? I'm lowballing offensive players in the league. Like, it isn't worth that much money. Like, he clearly
I
can
think my
do.
bad. I mean,
He can do so many things for this Cavs team that they just didn't really have
Bro, and
before.
if Allen and Mobley are healthy, this team already their defensive ceiling is already raised off the rip. We saw what happened when both those guys went down. The entire team was a shell of itself. But when both of those guys are healthy, and we assume Mobley is going to rise and be better, the team is obviously their defensive ceiling is going to get better. And I think if you add a guy in D Mitch, what Eli is saying, as much as it sounds it's not weird, but it
No,
makes
he's
sense.
right. Eli's
He's
right.
right. They're gonna
What am I?
they
What
have
am I
they have
saying?
they have holes that
Unless
they're
they,
gonna have to
bro,
fix.
unless they
nigga,
go
they're
out
saying
and
you're
they
right.
spend like,
They're saying you're right. What are
We're
you
saying
Yes,
saying?
you're
I'm agreeing.
right.
Eli, I'm agreeing.
Like
Eli,
you see this shit,
I
someone
didn't
just
Eli,
hear
I'm
him.
comes
agreeing
in
with
and he's
Eli.
Cool. I
antagonizing his
didn't
I'm
hear him. I
agreeing
grind.
with
didn't
you.
hear him.
He's
I didn't
basically
hear him.
saying they
I've
have
never
holes that they're
seen
gonna have
something
to
like
fix,
this, low.
and that's about it. And adding D Mitch, who I think is like Ash just said, a one of the better offensive players in the game. This is not a bad move. If anything, it just puts you in a situation where, all right, we already knew that out of the teams that have not made the playoffs in the past few years, we're one of those teams with the best core. Now we add in one of a few, not a superstar player, but one of the best offensive play game right now to our core.
Who's
And
getting
that's something
better
we can build
every
around.
single
We're
season,
getting
mind
better.
you.
So I don't understand how we're saying it's a bad move when one. I mean, off the rip, we
It's
haven't even seen
just
what
low,
happened.
DJ. Don't
It,
say we. It's
yeah,
just low.
it's not a bad move. I think it's a move that just shows like, okay, bet we have. And on top of that, they have Allen locked up until 2026. They have Mobley on a rookie contract for at least 3 more years. They have Garland's extension coming up next year, and I think D Mitch is already on his max deal right now. Not to mention, even with that, they can move Kevin Love is off the books next year. You can move Karis LeVert. You still have a Coro who teams might go after if they're trying to add another piece like him because he's young. And I believe they have their pick in 2023 and 2024.
I thought
So
that was one of the swaps.
Like,
no,
yo, so low. I have a question.
2025.
What?
If we look, it was 2025 that they gave up their picks. They
2020,
have
No,
the
no,
pick.
but
2023 is
they gave up two
dedicated to the
swaps as well,
Pacers.
though.
Two
You
swaps.
can't trade it. You can't trade a pick the year after you trade them.
Like, this is my question. Why is
They
me
can't
saying the
trade.
Cavs are
They
gonna be
can't
top
move
three
that.
outright?
Yeah,
Because
I'm
they
looking
did
at it
that
right now. They're
shit
sending
last year
three
before they got
unprotected
hurt.
picks from 25, 27, 29, and pick spots from 26 and 28. I know they only pick in 24. I'm not sure about 23. So I'm not in the situation where it's like, oh, this is a bad move. This is a move where, okay, bet you now have no, I'm not gonna say superstar, but an all-star caliber guard on your team with your already young core. Build from that, and that's where Eli, when his point comes in, where okay, bet now you need to add in this, what he said basically. So
But they
that's why.
had, but my point is, and I understand the concept
Nigga
is
don't even know
adding
Eli Poole.
talent, and I'm gonna let
Clearly you don't, but
I'm gonna
whatever.
where did what's his name go? Where did Darius go?
I'm right here, bro.
Oh, okay. I'm
By
gonna
the
let
way,
Darius. I'm
by
gonna
the way,
Darius.
no bells up. Darius is a known Cavs hater, bro. Don't
Oh my
listen to what
God!
he has
Wait.
to say.
I'm gonna let Darius talk. Then I'm gonna let Snipe talk. Then I'm gonna bring up Go Bells. I understand the concept of adding talent. I get that. What I'm saying is you doing it at the expense of some form of financial flexibility, especially when you had somebody who, if we're being honest with ourselves, you had no idea whatever the potential of Colin Sexton was going to be on his roster
You
alongside.
knew it wasn't going to
But
be better than
blow,
Donovan
that's
Mitchell.
the thing though.
I'm not saying it has to be the same level of D Mitch.
It's nowhere close, nigga.
Oh well, then that's what we just disagree.
Nah,
What
like
do you mean? That's what we
they
disagree,
already
nigga.
have.
How can you just disrespect Donovan Mitchell like this and then try to
Um,
walk it off as if it's a fact? You're lying, nigga.
I didn't say it was a fact. I said we
No,
don't
but nigga, you
know.
trying to walk around like Sexton and Donovan Mitchell like at some point it's gonna be an extremely not even close, just
Why are
like a
we
relative
acting like the Cavs were in a
conversation.
top 3 seed last year before they got hurt,
What are we
bro?
talking about, man? Like, no,
And then
Donovan
when I
Mitchell
say
is
they can
very
be a
clearly
top
a
3 seed
good
again,
player.
when they add a top 15 player in the league, that's crazy, bro. That
Yeah,
just makes sense to me.
but
But
the
they
reason
don't have no
why
connector. They don't have a connector.
But they
but the
traded
reason
Sexton, man. Sexton could have been really good.
Yo, Sexton
nobody's
should have been a
saying
real duo.
really no wait niggas stop
What's
bro.
the issue with the Donovan contract though?
No,
Like
I don't. I
30
personally
M.
because 30 who you think is
RJ
better?